Good morning, happy Wednesday, hump day, whatever day you want to make it today. Wanted to jump on and just do this little video on a foul mood equals a fuck the world attitude. And the reason and like what's instigated this is actually I'm in a fucking foul mood this morning. I feel wrecked actually. Just went into the session. Hadn't eaten enough food before my session. Literally ran out of steam. Still out of steam. Just in a foul mood. And I thought what an opportune time to jump on and talk about this. Because a lot of the time, you know, with women, we are in foul moods. We get PMS. We get pissed off, angry, frustrated, and a lot of the time we don't know why. Or a lot of the time we're like, oh, why am I so angry? Why am I so pissed off? Why am I so frustrated? Like, why do I feel like this? And what happens is, rather than actually sitting in those feelings or sitting in the emotion of like, yeah, I'm having a fucking bad moment. Or I'm having a shit time right now and I'm not sure why. So I'm just going to sit with it. Rather than we sit with it and just sort of ask ourselves, oh, why might I be in a bad mood this morning? It's actually what we do is try and fight it. Right? We try and fight it to get out of that frustrating mood, or because you don't want to feel like shit, or you don't want to feel the uncomfortable feelings, maybe the negative feelings, maybe you are just exhausted. Maybe you made like a couple of decisions this morning that led to you crashing pretty early, aka me. Maybe you're just, you know, running at full steam and your body's like, hold up, buddy, need a break. Whatever it is that your body's trying to tell you, right? You're not giving yourself an opportunity to listen or to hear what your body is telling you because you're too busy trying to fight it. The thing with fighting it actually means, or what happens is that it gets worse and it becomes more. And then we get more pissed off and more angry and we become more in a foul mood. And then what happens is we don't want to take responsibility for being in that foul mood. So it's everybody else's fucking fault and not ours. And then we switch into this mentality where it's like, why me? Why me? It's like, oh, why do I have to feel this way? Why? I don't want to be like this. It's just resistance, right? So the more resistance you create, the more resistance you're going to get. Whereas if you actually stop to ask yourself, hey, why do you feel in a foul mood this morning? Like, why are you frustrated this morning? Or what could have led to you feeling this way? Yes, you might have made some different decisions, or you mightn't have eaten, or you had a bad sleep, or whatever. There'll actually be more of an underlying reason. Right? And there'll be more of an underlying reason behind it. And frustration and resentment. Oh, I don't know what my phone's doing. Sorry. It's like douche. I think it's connected to my Wi-Fi in my apartment. There'll be a deeper reason why. It'll be like anger or like some resentment or maybe like some bitterness as to why you aren't where you want to be. Yeah? And I did a video on this the other day, so if you didn't catch it, please comment below and I will send it to you or tag you in it. It was titled Calm Your Tits, and I think I titled it different on YouTube just so people knew what it was about. When you want something now. And what happens is you become so focused on where you want to be and all the things that you want to create and the things that you want to do that you're disregarding everything that's good in the moment right now, or everything that you've done good this morning, or everything that you've done in the lead up to where you are now. You're so focused over there that you're disregarding this. And then we become very, very quickly future paced. right? And it's like, I'm not here, I'm not doing this, I'm not getting this. It's not why I want to be over there, why not me, why not now? And it just, the more you feed it, the faster it's gonna go. So, you know, what do you do in those moments? When you keep concentrating and resisting those feelings of what you're feeling and being in that negative mood, you're trying to fight it, right? So it's like you grasp at any straws to stop feeling like that, or to get yourself out of that uncomfortable state or uncomfortable feeling. The thing is, those feelings or those moments, like, they're there to teach you something. Right? And for me, myself this morning, it is about being future paced. I got carried away, like, you know, there's this new app that you can use for a podcast, and I've been wanting to do a podcast for like a year and a half. I just like haven't managed the time, and I haven't, like, there's, you know, and then what I did was just like bring up all these other things I haven't done. And then I am so grateful that I have like my level of self-awareness, that I can actually pull myself up in these moments as well, and recognize them as they're stirring. So for me, like, one of those trigger or warning signs is like, yeah, when I'm in a fucking foul mood and I want to yell at someone just because they didn't do something the way I wanted them to do it, or like it didn't, you know, I just wanted to hurry up and finish, or like whatever it might be. Yeah? But I just felt within me, I was getting a little bit like snappy. When I'm snappy, I know that there's something going on within me. It's nobody else's fault. It's got nothing to do with anybody else. When I'm snappy, it's because I'm frustrated, right? And I am in a foul mood. So rather than acting on it and yelling at that person because they didn't do it that way, or having a dig at that person, or acting out or reacting with it, I ask myself, hey, what's going on with you this morning? You know, I talk about this a lot, checking in with yourself. When was the last time you checked in with you? And if any time is a good time to start, it's when you're having a bad day or you're having a bad moment. Remember, you decide if it's going to carry out throughout the rest of the day. You know, when you're having a bad moment, to say, hey, dude, what's going on? Woman, like, what is happening with you this morning? Right? What's going on? How you feeling? What are you doing? Where did that come from? Just some sort of question to instigate for yourself. Hey, where you at? Right? Because even just stopping in that moment can take a total of 1 minute, checking in with you and actually seeing how you're doing. Be like, holy shit, yeah, I am in a feral mood right now. Best to put on a smile, sit with it for a while, and just like feel it, let it pass, ask yourself what it is, rather than try and fight it, right? And even if you are obligated or committed to doing something when you're in that foul mood, ask yourself, what am I willing to do? How am I willing to show up for this moment, or for this commitment? How am I willing to show up for this? Cool. I'll put that to the side, show up for my commitment, and I'll sort that out later. Because every time we're having a little foul moment or a crisis, whatevs, you know, the world doesn't stop. And that's, you know, another issue within itself with a lot of people is when they're having a bad day, like they let it affect everything else. Sometimes you just got to pull your big girl panties up and actually just keep going for what you are committed to or what you are obligated to do, right? Take responsibility for those commitments and then allow yourself to kick back, be silent, go in your little funk when you have the time to do that in your own space and time, right? Rather than expecting the world to understand how you're feeling right now and that you need time and everybody needs to give you some space and time. It doesn't work like that. Cool? So that's my little message for today. Take it on board. Let me know your thoughts, your comments. Even just talking about this with you guys, I am not in as a foul mood as what I felt like when I first got on this video. So listen back and yeah, love to hear back from you. Have a fabulous day. Bye.